Ivy, who make better electricians, men or women?
I'd have to say it's equal.
Equal.
It depends on the person.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm actually super pumped for today because you're our first female member. Oh, back then it was Sparky Sales. Now we've relabeled as Figure Sparky, of course. And you're our first female member to be on the pod, which is fantastic. So welcome, Ivy.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And Ivy, for those that don't know who you are you? What's your company and what do you do and all that jazz? Like a 30-second sort of rundown on who you are.
Yeah, well, I'm 25, just moved up to Newcastle from Sydney, started my business in June last year. Wasn't taking it too seriously.
Yeah. Why was that?
I knew I was moving.
Yes.
I've never wanted to stay in Sydney since I was 15.
Okay.
Just to get out. I don't know.
What was that? Like, what was it about Sydney? Is it the hustle bustle?
Yeah. It's the traffic. It's everything's so far away. But moving up to Newcastle now, I think I've said it to you a little bit. I'm like, Sydney would have been great for business, but Newcastle's going just as good. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to touch on business in Newcastle because I think you've been crushing it there and I really want to, that's awesome to see. But was it always Newcastle or were you considering other places?
Yeah, we were going to go, me and my best friend were going to go to Port Macquarie and I'm kind of really glad we didn't do that.
Yeah.
It's been, not great. But yeah, just up the coast somewhere.
Yeah, nice. Beachside, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And in Sydney, when you were here, you were doing, did you go to Hornsby TAFE?
Yeah, I went to Meadowbank TAFE.
I went to Meadowbank TAFE. Yeah. That's right. Because I think we do grow up in the same sort of area.
Yeah, Beecroft.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Because we've got
crazy.
It's crazy because even Brenton from Russo, he's from Beecroft as well. He grew up in Beecroft as well, and then moved to the inner west. So it's crazy. It's such a small suburb, and it's got some Sparkies coming out of it. And I remember you mentioning to me that you got a family of Sparkies, right?
Yeah.
So who in your family, is that what got you into the trade or what got you into the trade?
I wouldn't even say, so my dad's a Sparky. He had his own business, wasn't charging enough, so I had to shut it down. And then my brother is also an electrician. He started after me. I would never say that it was my dad, like they got me into it because he wasn't actually working at the time. So there was too many uni courses I wanted to do. And
what were they? Like
anything and everything, science, like anything in uni. And I was going to take a gap year and then mum actually sort of was like, why don't you try an apprenticeship, see how it goes. And then, the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah. Good decision, loving it.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, being an electrician, it's definitely a good trade. As you know, like it's got a lot of perks. You can relocate anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah, true.
And everyone needs a Sparky still. So and the wires are the same in Sydney and Newcastle. It's the same, active neutral earth.
Yeah.
So you can go anywhere. And you mentioned that the not charging enough as well, but like that's a very common thing, right? And I think it's a lot of us is, and that's why I'm so passionate about this because, I think a lot of people are pricing off feeling and then they don't realize that, you got all these other overheads that are hidden. And it's just like, even though it might appear it's just you and a truck, there's a lot more to that, right?
Yeah.
For people that are listening in, because there's a lot of people that are saying like, you can't charge more than $80 an hour. I can't charge more than $100 an hour. And a beautiful thing that people say to me all the time is, but Spyro, you don't understand. I'm competing with guys that charge $80 an hour. Like, what do you say about that?
No, you're not, because they're getting the bottom work.
Yeah.
And you can charge so much more.
Yes.
And still get the work.
A mic drop into that. I love that because that's what I said on as well. The exact same. It's just like, I've also got but if you base your price, if you base your business just on price, I think you've already lost.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Service, you've got to have a good service as well.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You gotta have a good service. And I think when people actually understand their numbers and understand what the charge out rates before that they need to charge to make a profit, I think they're very like, oh shit, like that's really what I would go do. But that's awesome. But when you came to us, I think you had a different name as well for your business.
Yeah. I was all over the place. I didn't know I was even getting into business really.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a great name. And then I swapped it, thank God.
Yeah. Did you want to share what it was?
It was pure electrical designs. Because I kind of wanted to do something else in the electrical field, but I've realized keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
And just, basic is good.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going back to that.
I love that. And then I think you actually messaged us. You're like, thinking about a name change. And I was like, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Because when I saw that name, and I think you even just said, you're like, can't even remember what it was. It was and it was, are you doing lighting design or are you an electrician?
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. But now it's involved electrical.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome name. And I saw the band out there with the
Pink
sign writing. Yeah, purple. It looks awesome. And I want to shed some light on, definitely, because being a female Sparky, and I think is there more female Sparkies sort of coming into the game now? Do you see that? Or?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, when I started, I had only a couple of girls in my TAFE class, which was still more than I'd ever seen on site. So yeah, it's definitely, I've actually got a work experience girl with me at the moment.
Yes.
And I was a bit hesitant about it, but I think it would just have been like a good experience for both of us just to sort of, I'm employing next year. And so sort of, get used to having someone around, I guess, because I had it for so long. But yeah, she's so good as well. So that's really cool.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you're seeing more females come into the industry, which is great. And you're getting a work, and is the work experience, so you've had her so far?
Yeah, last week and then this week.
This week, nice. And how's she liking it?
Yeah, loving it. I think she's done like quite a few different work experience, like vet and real estate and all that. And she said this is her favorite so far.
Oh,
so.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool though. It's like, you got a van, like if I just break it down, it's like you've got a van and that's your office and you meet awesome people every day. You do their work, you get paid in, out.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool life. And then, do you surf or anything? Or
no.
No, really. I was going to say, because if you live around Newcastle or beachside or something, you put, like, that was actually, a lot of people probably don't know this, but one of the biggest reasons why I actually became an electrician was because I was into the skate parks a lot, right? Like, but everything, like surfing, skateboarding, BMX, all of that.
Motorbike riding.
Dirt bikes. Yeah, I had like, YZ125. So 2 strokes. Yeah. So I had all that stuff, like all that stuff I loved. And the main reason why I became an electrician was because of the freedom. I was like, well, I could just do a job and have my surfboard or have my bike in the, my BMX in the back, go to the skate parks after. If I want to go to America, and because they've got awesome everything there. So I was just like, if I want to go check out their skate parks, check out there, go there, work, and do all that stuff. So I think there's a lot of benefit to being an electrical business owner or a contractor, because you can do so much stuff. But yeah, I do see a lot more female Sparkies coming into the industry now. One of our members in Newcastle employ a female Sparky, and he just says, oh my God, it's the best. He goes, there's just so much more logical.
Yeah.
And
I would say we're cleaner as well.
Cleaner. There you go. So I don't know how the people on the other end of the pod might be hearing that, like, more logical. I don't know. They might be going, no, I'm the most logical. But I think, to my knowledge, I think the thought process behind the way, particularly when he was saying, because I've never employed a female Sparky. Actually, I think even Jamie from Pro Image mentioned it as well. The same sort of thing, like a lot more, there's a thought process behind doing stuff. I think men don't really think as much.
Well, this is the thing with the work experience, girl. Like, compared to when I was training first years in my old company, you'd have to be like, go to the van, get this. She's like, what can I do? Doing things all the time, cleaning up, just the basics.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that comes into it a little bit.
Absolutely. And yeah, there is more of a thought process. And yeah, I think also because there's a big pool of males, I think actually, it is actually another thing as well. I think it's awesome to see, and I love seeing it. I love, seeing the way it's progressing. I think now with AI as well coming in, I think a lot of the typical sort of jobs that I think people would gravitate to, and back in the day, I think now that's changing. I think a lot more people getting into the trades, which is an awesome sort of experience. But when you did your apprenticeship as a Sparky, like, what sort of work were you doing back in your apprenticeship days?
Yeah, so my first 2 years I was with a big commercial company. Learned absolutely nothing.
Just how to not recommend?
No, not the company I was with, but it was good. I'd learned how to use tools. I didn't know how to use a drill. Yes. So I learned that, and that was good. And then I was just getting really bored and wanted to learn so much more. So found a residential company who actually lived around the corner from me at the time. High-end residential, which built with builders and architects and all that sort of thing. So learned a lot and running jobs and all of that. But now we're not doing that.
Okay. So so you did a lot. So I did my apprenticeship very similar way. High-end construction and like commercial as well. And on that construction side, like, how did you find that? Did you enjoy it? Music on? Was it pressure? What was it like?
Yeah, it was good. I was just a young girl and walking onto site with all these boys. It was always intimidating every single time. I never got used to it.
Yes. Yep.
But it was good vibes having, the music going and all of that. But it was just late days, long hours. Yeah, long hours. Go.
Stress.
Don't stop. Stress.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed, I don't think.
Nothing's changed. Okay. And you mentioned you don't do that or gravitate to that sort of work. And why is that?
Well, I actually was going to before I even, started with you guys.
Yep.
Because that's just the way to go, right? Like, I was even having a conversation this year with someone that I used to work with, and he was like, "Oh, so have you got any builders?" And like, no, staying away from that service and maintenance. He's like, "There's no money in that." I was like, "Well, actually, there is."
Yeah, it's like, hold my beer. It's funny you say that because, and I love how you said it. You say it with confidence as well. Like, I do it with residential maintenance. Like, that's what I do. And I think that's the thing as well in the industry. There's a lot of guys out there that try, flex how many guys you have, how many trucks you have. It means nothing. It's like, how much money are you making? Like, even just before you mentioned, on the, Facebook group, I haven't seen it. I haven't even seen my phone yet.
Yeah.
What did Isaac post?
He posted that he hit 80K. That was his goal for the year, I think, to hit 80K. So then next year they can do $1 billion in revenue. $1 billion in revenue.
Fantastic. So Isaac, if you're listening, well done. I haven't seen the post yet, but 80K this month is absolutely phenomenal. So that is awesome stuff. But yeah, I think that's the thing because a lot of people are like, "Oh, but there's no money in mums and dads or B2C or service work." But I'm like, you just haven't seen the light. Like, I think you're doing it wrong. And it's like, just because your experience with B2C hasn't been good, but it doesn't mean another person's experience hasn't, right? Maybe they weren't not pricing properly.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know how to talk to the customer, present options. How important is, I know sales some people say, sales, they get up with that word, but service, let's call it service. How important is it having a good service?
It is the most important because what are you you're competing against everyone else. So you got to sort of have your point of difference in that and you're going to someone's house. They're letting you in. You've got to, make them feel safe and comfortable and friendly. So yeah, definitely one of the most important things.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are just like, I just need more leads.
No.
It's not. Yeah, I love that you said that.
No. You need to learn how to sell too. I do say it's sales, but you do need to learn how to get that sort of across.
Yes.
And then get more leads.
Absolutely. I love that. So what's more important, sales or marketing?
Sales.
Yeah.
And then the marketing.
Oh, yes. I love that. I love everything that you just said. Absolutely. Because so many guys fall into I just need more leads. And it's just like, I don't think you're running those service calls properly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you just mentioned the Facebook post with Isaac hitting 80, like, you're doing great things as well. Like, what you've recently, like, I'm not sure if you're comfortable to share or not, but what are you hitting currently?
Yeah, doing 50K months only as of recently, since I moved to Newcastle and did the magnet drop. So I've been flat out the last couple of weeks. I'm always like, stop with the leads. I need to
too many.
Slow down a little bit. But no, it's really good. Definitely got big things planned for next year, which I'm excited for. I just think the next few months I'll be sort of working on systems and getting things more into place, ready to employ, and then another van next year.
But you just said like 50K a month, only now, but then you don't know how huge that is. There's so many people are like, they can't hit like more than 10 to 15,000, right?
Yeah.
And 50K a month by yourself. So do you have you've got no apprentices, no nothing? No. Not yet. That is just awesome. That's an awesome achievement. And it's a great thing because I know I've even seen some of your tickets, like, the 10K in a day or they're all, it's phenomenal. And I think a lot of people are very scared to present those sort of options and those prices. And they are like, what are they? What are you doing on the day to day? Like to get those 50K months and stuff? Is it switchboard upgrades, downlights? What sort of stuff are you sort of doing?
Mainly it's been safety switches and mainly upgrade safety switches at most houses, or like a couple here and there. Other than that, a lot of switchboards and then bits and pieces.
That's where it is, right? And you gotta like everyone listening in, like, that's where it's at, is switchboards, of course, like, because it's a win-win. Like, it's the most lucrative, and we can say that lucrative being the most profitable part of our business is switchboards.
Yeah.
But it's the biggest win-win. It's great for the customer.
Yeah.
And it's great for us as electricians, right? Because, you know, we're maximizing our time there and we're adding value.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's up to them to say yes or no. And it's awesome to see that, you know, because a lot of people say, oh, but in Sydney, I wouldn't be able to, I could do it in Sydney, but I wouldn't be able to do it in Newcastle.
Yeah. Doing it in Newcastle.
You're doing it in Newcastle.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think, and that's the thing, like, I think it's a limiting belief that some people may have as well, but it does, as you said as well, it is a sales game, right? Like, because I think a lot of people come into the program going, I need more leads, but then after when they say, and take accountability for sales, like it's huge, right? Like, do you get many objections on service floors and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I'm still working on my sales tactics, but always learning. So still got to sort of nail those down, but definitely do get a lot of objections.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. For every objection, there's a question with a logical answer. And I think a lot of people, it's just overcoming them, right? Because a lot of them can be just smoke screens. It's like, you just send it through to me. And look, actually, before I say this, it's like, I know you did a ride along with, was it Daniel? Daniel?
Yeah.
What did you learn on that ride along?
The charging, and also the way he would speak to the customer as well was, just to build trust and also just to tell them this is what it is, sort of thing.
Directness.
Yeah, the directness was good. And that was a very good day with him.
Good day, yeah. Because a lot of people sort of mention that with the ride alongs. They see how it's done actually because they go, look, prior to doing the ride along, they'll be more like, yeah, you should get it done, but this is what it is. And they're a bit more grey. But then when they see sort of the guys in action, it's a this or that. Like it must get done. Yeah. And in order for us to do this is like good, better, best. And that sort of, those sort of options. But that's awesome. And in terms of like here now for, involved, where do you see the business taking you?
The next 5 years, I want to be off the tools.
Oh, yeah.
Completely.
Awesome.
But I do feel like that's reachable earlier.
Yes.
Potentially. So we'll see. But next year, employ another van on the road and then, go from there, I guess.
2 trucks, 100K a month?
Yeah.
Let's get it. That's awesome. That's cool. And even with your pricing and your things like that, you're doing all flat rate pricing, right?
Flat rate.
Nice. With flat rate pricing, like, do you do any hourly rate?
No.
Yeah. Awesome.
No, it's all in the per point.
Per point pricing. Yeah. And why don't you do hourly?
Because it's not, they don't need, there's so much more that goes into behind, the hourly rate.
Yes.
You got to cover everything that's in there. So not the way to go.
That's the thing. Like with hourly rate, like, the customer can't see value, and and I want to see what you say, because this is what I say, and see if you agree with it. But I say, charging out $300 an hour as a flat rate price is actually easier to convert than $100 an hour. That's an hourly rate.
Yeah,
would you agree?
100%, because you'll get the job done quicker as well, and they'll be like, well, so I only owe you $200.
Yes.
How are you supposed to live?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And I think I love that you said that as well, because, how you expect to live, like everything's gone up, right? Everything's gone up and it's continuing to go up in price. Say 20 years ago, you could do things for a case of being, you could do things, just whatever, right? But I think those days, you tell me, do you think those days are over? Like,
oh yeah, 100%. Not for my dad. My dad still does that. I'm like, come on,
that's my choice, right?
What are you doing? They always come to me. They're like, how much would you charge for this? I'm like, this. I'm like, really? Like, yeah, come on, you can do it.
Yes. And I like that you mentioned that, because I think the thing is, like, it's one thing for me, and a lot of people ask me in my DMs and stuff. They go, how much should I charge for this? How much should I charge for that? And I just say, look, I can tell you, but you actually got to understand why the price is the price.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the response was, I think from your father, you mentioned, was, what, is it that much really?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because you got this, and this. And, that's the rates that we need to be charging. And I think that's, as an industry, I think the whole industry needs to see that, $2.5K per day per truck model to be the new norm. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, should it be the new norm?
Minimum.
It scares me.
Yeah.
Why do you think it scares me?
Because it scared me when I first saw it, and I was like, wow, that's so out of reach.
Yes.
And you're also scared to earn that much because, yeah, I don't know, you don't think it's possible, but it's really possible.
Yes. Well, and you're scared to earn that much. And he had the same thing. Like, it's like, and I was like, I was very comfortable, right? Being, with my mindset and stuff, being like, let's grow, let's do this. But it was actually, it wasn't apparent to me that it was a thing, being scared to make money as well. Like, people are like, some people don't feel actually comfortable with making money. And, we've had to coach people around that. So like, no, you are worth it. You can do that.
Yeah.
It is normal.
Yeah.
We are shifting gears now. Like, like, you are a business owner, not an employee. So I think when people are coming in, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. When people are coming from employee sort of, everyone starts with an employee, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when people are coming down, they might be getting, $1,000, $1,500 there, whatever, give or take. And then they come to a business owner. I think they're not used to saying $1,000 here, $10,000 there. Is that what it is? Or?
Yeah. It's also crazy when you first start and you're like, wow, I've never seen this come in. Yeah. I think they're not used to it, and you think that it's a struggle. It's got to be a struggle the whole way through, but no.
Yeah. It's not a struggle, and it doesn't need to be a struggle. I think it's a choice. Because it's like, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten, right? And I think some people are just used to the pain. They're just comfortable. The word is like, just comfortable just doing the same thing, not behind on payments, not getting, unpaid variations. They're just used to just getting knocked and knocked and knocked. And they're just like, whatever. Like, if someone's in that slump, like, what would you have to say to them? Like, if someone's getting unpaid variations, someone's getting told, whipped by a builder saying you've got to do this or you're not getting paid and all of that, like, what would you say to that sort of person?
Get out. Yeah, no, it's hard because you think that that's the way, it's the builder's way, but there's a whole other field over here that's so much more profitable, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. And that's why I'm like screaming from the top of my lungs. Like, it's like, guys, because if it filters out, the way I look at it is, if it filters out in the service industry completely and lifts up all of it, then they'll filter out into the construction game.
Yeah.
The Sparkies, I think actually, when you're as an apprentice and you were on the construction sites, was there like a lot of people putting shit onto the Sparkies?
Yeah, always.
Always, right?
Don't
Always.
clean up.
Yes, yeah. And I personally think it's that sort of, trash talk that has shaped the electrical industry. I think it has. I think personally, I don't know, it sounds a bit wimpy or whatever or whatnot, but I think people have actually started to listen to that and be like, well, the builder said I'm only worth X amount, so that's all I'm worth. And the builder says that my job's easy, so it must be easy. But I don't know about you, but our job is tough at times, right?
Oh, yeah. Under floors in roofs.
Right. That's
every day.
Every day. That's not easy, right?
No.
And I think, and that's why also it is so important as an electrician to be able to also sell, because when you got plumbers, when you got chippies and things like that, you can see what they've done. Electrical's all on the wall. So it's very hard. Like, if you got, overflowing water and water pipes bursting out and stuff, if a plumber comes out there, it's like, well, do you want it fixed or not?
Yeah.
Like, you need that fix, right? Otherwise your whole place is going to get flooded. It's like, I don't care how much it's going to cost, just fix it.
Yeah.
But if you got a power outage or something like that, it could be like cables arcing. It could be a fire hazard. It could be old cotton sheet cabling. It could be things like that. And no one can see that. It's in the wall. So that's where it becomes all sales. I think. And I think that's where it's so important for electricians to learn that process so they can win more work and be more profitable, and then get away from the shitty builders. There is a very small percent that are good.
Poor builders are going to struggle to find electricians to work for them.
I think so. I think it's going to be tough for it. What needs to be as well, because like, we've got guys all the time, and I think I said this on the last pod, it's like people charging would you do a PowerPoint for $60?
No.
But we laugh at that, but people are going to be like, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No.
So we've spoken about, how you've done like a rebrand. You've gone straight flat rate pricing. You've avoided all hourly rate. You've hit 50, you're hitting 50K a month, which is so awesome by yourself. And what's even more crazy on that is, like, most people would potentially do that in 5 months. So
Yeah.
their 5 months is your month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to be super, super proud of that as well.
Yeah.
Leading it for the ladies as well, which is so, so phenomenal. And for the female Sparkies that are listening in, or they could even be in an apprenticeship stage and it might be getting tough, because I think there are tough days. I know when I was an apprentice.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I did have a couple of years where I struggled quite a bit. I was always great. Like, I had a great team always worked with, so that was good. It was more of a personal experience in the male dominated industry, I guess. But we've come out the other side, so that's good.
Absolutely. You got licensed. And when you did your capstone, what was the feeling like when you finished that final exam?
That day finishing, coming home was just so good, because you felt like you've done it, and the 4 years is done, and so ready to on to the next thing. Yeah,
I actually took a week off before the capstone just to study. I was like, this is the biggest exam of my life. And I've got to do it. I've got to pass. And
it's hard though.
It is
so hard. They
is.
make it not easy.
It is. And I think there's so many people online that say, oh, they're just giving out, contractors licenses, and that's why the industry is so stuffed. And I'm just like, I don't think I don't think that's the case.
No.
Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no way. Like, the amount of people that you have to do it a few times to pass. Yeah. I was studying for weeks, and I was like good at studying, and still just passed. Yeah. No, it's not an easy thing.
No, it's a very difficult exam. And I think, and for those people that are like, that's why the industry, because they just give out licenses, it's not the case. There's a lack of business knowledge, not a lack of electrical training. I think that's what it is. And of course, just because you employ a tradesman, it doesn't mean they know what they're doing, of course. Yeah, in terms of training on the field, I think everyone's forever learning. Same with business, like people with sales, everyone's forever learning that. Same with the industry, right? I also personally don't like the conversation of, are you busy? Like, I don't like that, because it's just like, being busy doesn't mean you're making money. Being busy doesn't pay the bills. Making profit does.
Yeah, for sure.
Because in service, you could have downtime.
Yeah.
But that downtime could be still, it's going to sound weird, more profitable, but the opportunity of taking on another job is still more profitable than booking yourself out months in advance on, like, say, a construction project, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and you've probably seen it as well, or you have seen it. How quick does it go 0 to 100 in service?
Oh my God, like that. Like that. I'm like, slow down. Just a little bit. You always want what you don't have, I guess. So.
That's right. That's right. It, there's a lot of opportunity in service, of course. And for women that are getting into the industry, like, and they're finding it tough, like, what advice would you have for them?
Yeah, it is hard. But just have a good employer, like work with someone who, knows what they're doing, I guess. And you've got this.
Yeah, teamwork.
You'll get through.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
It's super important, I think, and I love that. I think there will be a lot more females coming into the industry. We're still wanting more female members here at Figure Sparky, to be coming in as first, because a lot of guys, even the men procrastinate a lot. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, so you're saying, I remember you're like, oh, so you're saying we can do this and you can do that. I was like, yeah. Like, all right, gotta go. You know what I mean?
I'm very easy to sell to.
But that's why you've had success.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is going to be a big truth bomb right now. This is why you've had success, though, because you're easy to sell to, right? And I spoke to someone in another industry on the weekend. Okay. And he was procrastinating on a program in his industry, right? It was in real estate. And he goes, oh, I'll go, what are you procrastinating about? Like, this guy's got all these members that are doing great things. Like, it's within budget. You can afford the program. Like, it's going to make you more money, of course. I think that's what people go, how much is it going to cost, instead of how much is it going to actually make?
ROI.
The ROI. What's the ROI, right? The return on investment. I just want to see, I'll keep my options open. I just want to see what else is out there. And I said, okay. Well, the same reason you're procrastinating, guess what? He goes, what? I go, your prospects are also procrastinating. So the guys that you're trying to sell to are also law of attraction, right? So me, I'm very big on, it sounds weird, it gets a bit spiritual, but law of attraction, if you tip, you're going to attract people that tip you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm the same,
so if I go to a restaurant, good service, always tip.
You get back what you put out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I said to this guy. I go, so you're going to be in real estate, you're procrastinating over this program that clearly pumping.
Yeah.
And I go, the same reason. And I actually said to him, you're getting it right now. I guess I'll do it after. I closed him on this other team.
Yeah.
I was like, you're doing it now. I go, that's why your prospects are procrastinating. They're going,
Yeah.
oh, let me get other quotes.
Yeah.
Because you're like that.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, if it's ticking all the boxes, what is there more to think of? You know,
No.
that's the thing. So yeah, it is important. I've been having mentors now. I do what, like I always say publicly, I do 1 to 2 programs every year because I'm just like, well, what more is there? You know, there's so much. We're here, we're doing well. There's so much more to go, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I say to people as well. It's like, a lot of people are like, oh, but if I make more, well, then I get taxed more. It's like, but you're not in that bracket yet to complain about tax. You know what I mean? Like, let's actually make you have a tax problem, because at the moment you've got an income issue.
Yeah. But yeah, you've got to move quick to, not even quick. I haven't been moving that quick, but you've got to move and like commit to things and do things. You got to spend money to make money. That's what I've learned a lot as well. Like, yeah. And you got to take risks.
Absolutely.
Risks and spend money.
And I really appreciate what you just said there as well. I'm not sure if you even noticed it. It's just like, you don't have to move quick. Some people move it quicker than others. That is cool.
Yeah.
But as long as you're moving the needle forward and you're a little bit better than yesterday, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, you got some guys that are like, let's go 10 trucks tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, wow. It's like, okay. Then you got other people, it's like, well, let's, keep easing into it, keep going. It's like, I remember one of our members, even said they're doing between 40 and 50,000 a month now. And, he's at, he goes, it took him, I think, 4 months just to feel comfortable charging over $200 an hour.
Right.
We get all logically, he's like, and we had to get him over that hurdle. And now he's absolutely crushing, hitting between 40 and 50. He goes, oh, now I feel like I'm too cheap at 200. I'm like, yes. I was like, yeah. So I'm like, I'm not one of those guys that say charge 300 straight away or 400, whatever. It's like, okay, we'll do the charge out calculator. This is what, as you can know, I'm very big on, you got to charge for $1 million business, regardless of your size. What are your thoughts on that? Regardless of size.
Oh, I'm already charging like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just myself.
Exactly.
Because you want to have systems in place where it takes weight off you. So you've got to pay for those things.
Yes. Yeah. And you got to pay for those things before you even have them. So before you have the factory, before you have the admin, before you have all those things, you must be charging out for them, because everyone's like, well, but when I do have them, then I'll charge it. It's like, well, no, then you're going to lose all your customers. So get good customers that like you for your service, not on your price. Because I'm telling you now, well, you tell me, if you're competing on price, you've already lost them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. There's always going to be someone cheaper, and you don't want to be the cheapest either. So
there's nothing fun about being cheap.
No.
There's nothing fun. And if you're doing good service, you're putting in good materials, doing a good job, then it needs to be normal, like making 20, 30% or more. Obviously, sole operators, 40 to 50%. They're awesome margins. That's what you'd be, definitely be hitting. But then, as soon as you obviously scale more, you're getting a smaller bite of a bigger pie, and your overhead does creep in. And but like I said on the last podcast, everything that's in your profit and loss statement should be getting you an ROI return. So everything, like all your marketing, you mentioned, all your lead gen systems, your websites, all of that stuff should be. And there's even people that are procrastinating getting a website. It's been an awesome pod. Really, really grateful for you coming into the, Figure Sparky, and also seeing your success has been so awesome. And, I want to see more females and we want to see more people, more females getting into the industry, but also becoming business owners and thriving and putting the men on show. Like, it shouldn't be gender wars or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, you're crushing it, absolutely crushing it. It just shows what is possible. And, you mentioned, when you're in Sydney and you started your business in Sydney, you're like, you knew it wasn't going to be like a forever thing here in Sydney. So you're like, do things here and there. And then in Newcastle, you're full crushing and full kudos to you, full props. Absolutely awesome. And just before we wrap up, like, do you have a message for all the electricians out there? If you had a microphone and you could just say to every electrician out there, what would you say to them?
Oh, just reach for the stars and you can get there, seriously. Anywhere you want to, you just have to put in the effort, and